The following autoethnography, presented by David Stoltz, will dive into the topic of distracted walking and the potential dangers it poses. While there are numerous definitions for distracted walking, the most commonly utilized definition defines distracted walking as anything from walking while texting, tweeting, gaming, talking, surfing the web, or listening to music on headphones. For the purposes of this study, distracted walking was defined as talking on one's cell phone or utilizing one's cell phone while walking. Numerous studies have shown that college-age students are at the highest risk of pedestrian injuries in comparison to any other age group. Many hypothesize that the contributing factor to high pedestrian injury rates for college-age individuals is cell phone usage. It is important to note that distracted walking can cause injuries no matter the location. While many believe that the crosswalk is the only location where an individual can be harmed, many injuries can occur while on the sidewalk, a hallway, or anywhere else. One not being aware of his or her surroundings while walking poses numerous risks to one's safety, and that has led many studies regarding the topic. Studies have been conducted using virtual simulators to determine if college-age individuals are truly more likely to become injured from distracted walking in comparison to any other age group. This particular area of research is extraordinarily important due to the fact that it disproportionately affects college-age students. While walking and driving on campus, it is quite easy to notice that many students are distracted while walking. Whether it's having to be extra cautious while driving around campus or getting bumped into, distracted walking undoubtedly affects everyone on a college campus. Research supports the fact that distracted walking due to cell phone use increases the possibility of many safety hazards for both the distracted individual as well as others. This autoethnography observes distracted walking, more specifically cell phone usage by walkers in Jasmines at the University of New Haven. Jasmines was chosen as the location for the study as it functions as a central hub for both commuters and residential students. This is due to the fact that individuals can be observed entering and exiting the hall in between classes. Their actions during this time period reflects upon their walking behaviors prior to and following class. The observations of this autoethnography include whether or not the individual was distracted by cell phone usage while walking and the sex of the individual. The purpose of observing the sex was to determine any possible relationship between an individual's sex and their likelihood of walking while simultaneously using his or her cell phone. Conducting observations in Jasmines on a Thursday afternoon from 12:15 to 2 p.m. was extremely impactful on the results of the autoethnography, as this is the busiest time where students are constantly moving through Jasmines to go to lunch. The large quantity of people flowing through Jasmines provided the researcher with a large sample size for the study. However, it also made it quite difficult to observe and take field notes at the same time while masses of people were traveling through the building. The findings of the study were quite interesting. There were 123 females and 122 males that walked through Jasmines during the time of the study. 27.94% of the sample partook in distracted walking. 72.06% of the sample did not partake in distracted walking. 42.28% of females partook in distracted walking, while 35.25% of males partook in distracted walking. Considering all the previous research that has been done on distracted walking, especially on college campuses, it was shocking to find that from this sample, students were more likely to not partake in distracted walking. The sample also revealed that sex does have an impact on distracted walking, as males were less likely to partake in the activity in comparison to females. This study had numerous limitations as the study was conducted indoors in a single location at a single university, being the University of New Haven. No dangers were posed on students who were walking while using their phones. To improve upon this study, future studies should be conducted at several universities outdoors in areas such as crosswalks in a controlled environment to ensure that students would not be injured during the study. The following sources were used in this autoethnography during the research gathering component.